All right, we got Jay Gruden, nobody better to evaluate rookie quarterbacks. Now we're going to talk about Caleb Williams, quarterback, Chicago Bears. Tell me about what you saw from Caleb Williams this year, first year in the NFL.
What I saw was exactly what I saw at USC, a guy that has a great arm. He can make different throws at different arm angles. We see all that. We see the strength, the zip, the pop, everything you want, the mobility as a quarterback, but we also see the negative plays. I think he got sacked 68 times, and that's not good. That's not good. And I know it's not all on Caleb, but you have to take some kind of accountability as a quarterback. I'm not going to get sacked on every damn play. We got to throw it away, find a throwing lane, get it out of our hands. Let's not make so many negative plays. And he had the problem at USC and it carried on. But, the key is for Ben Johnson when he gets in here, we got to address the offensive line, Ben. I mean, you're not going to be able to bring in Penny Sewell and Frank Ragnow and all these guys from Detroit Lions to Chicago. You better get some free agents. You better draft well because this guy needs to be protected for you guys to have a chance.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, when I look at Caleb Williams from a strength standpoint, like what he brings to the table, right? You mentioned his arm talent. He can make all the throws. He's got good touch. He can throw off all the platforms. And he's mobile. He's not looking to be a primary runner necessarily, but his ability to extend plays, broken plays are always alive. Now, that does get him hurt at times, right? All those sacks, like the ball needs to come out. Playing point guard back there at quarterback and creating plays, that'll get you in trouble, and it did multiple times this year. I also thought from a strength standpoint, like he's pretty resilient. Playing through coaching changes this year, you had two different coordinators. These changes for a rookie quarterbacks are not easy. From a weakness standpoint, let's talk about a few of those things. I would just say just consistency. He's had good receivers. The offensive line was banged up. They weren't great, but he wasn't playing consistent either, right? So up and down. When some games it would look like nothing was in rhythm at times. Everything was off schedule. I'm just going to drop back and just kind of pick a guy to see if he opens up, right? I think from that standpoint, there's a lot of area for improvement.
Yeah, they very seldom put play after play, quarter after quarter, game after game together. It was very inconsistent mess. His protection awareness has got to get better. He's got to be able to know where the free runner is. And maybe the Chicago Bear offensive line coach had no clue how to pick up some of these blitzes. But for a free defensive tackle or defensive end to come running right at the quarterback's face and him not know it is a concern for me. I mean, a quarterback has to know where he's short. If it's a 5-man rush and I'm losing a lineman because we're slide this way, you got to know that. And he didn't really know that very often. Ball in one hand, he's looking all over the place. Sidearm throw to DJ Moore, sidearm throw to Colt McCoy. We just got to have some poise. He's got to play within the pocket next year a little bit better. Let the off-schedule things happen, truly happen when they happen. But for the most part, we got to figure out ways to play on rhythm, get the ball out of our hands. And then when the off-schedule plays happen, that's when Caleb can be at his best.
If you're Ben Johnson and you're coming into this new role, a new job, obviously part of the reason you take this job is because you got a young quarterback who you think I can come in and help, and he's got a lot of the tools that could make up a great quarterback. But what are the first 2 or 3 things if you're Ben Johnson coming in and you're saying, hey, look, we got to play more consistent. I need your pocket presence to be a lot better. Too many sacks. Ball's got to come out. We're not going to be able to block everybody every time.
How many off-schedule plays did Detroit have last year with Jared Goff?
Not a ton.
So I think that's going to be his preaching point from the get-go. Hey, this is how we design plays. We have answers for all coverages. This is how we're going to get the ball out to who and when. Here's our protection scheme. And then, if we get a free runner because we're not good enough up front, then that's different. Now, obviously, you got to make something happen, Caleb. But I think from the very beginning, they're going to go through OTAs and mini camp and training camp and all that stuff. And it's going to be 7-on-7 footwork. It's going to be progression type plays. Get the ball out, move your feet, get your ball up, bang, bang, bang. And then obviously we'll have some drills where we hit your hand and you scramble around and throw off schedule plaster drills. That'll be fun. But he's just got to get better within the pocket, knowing where people are, knowing his protections.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Before we get into these overall grades, man, subscribe. Tell us what you think about Caleb Williams. Tell us what you think about his rookie year, things that he can improve, things he's really good at. Are you excited about Caleb Williams pairing up with Ben Johnson next year for the Chicago Bears? I am. I think it's going to be great. All right, Jay, let's give him an overall grade for his rookie season.
Well, he was the first pick in the draft and didn't live up to expectations. Got an offensive coordinator fired, hired another guy, got the whole coaching staff fired. Now, he didn't do it. I know that. I understand that. But that's the facts of the matter. He's got a new coach in Ben Johnson, but for his first year, I'm going to give him a C-. I think there's some good things. He played a lot, learned a lot, I'm sure, but too many negative plays for me, too many losses, too many opportunities for them to have success late in games, and he couldn't provide the spark. That's going to come with time, but I think overall, if you gave him higher than a C-, I think you're just a little bit nice, Colt. I'm sure you did.
Hey, listen, I gave him a B, so we're right there. And there was lots of turbulence around him, right? I mean, Chicago has.
He's part of the cause. He's part of the cause of the turbulence.
Okay, I agree.
He's part of the reason Shane Waldron got fired now, right? Can you agree with that?
I agree with that. I do think he showed flashes of being a franchise quarterback. He's got the tools.
There's no doubt about it. I'm not saying that. A C- is a pretty good grade as a rookie. I mean, Peyton Manning probably got an F as a rookie. And what'd you get as a rookie over there at Cleveland getting
right
in the ground,
yeah.
Right? A D-, right? So I understand how hard it is to play rookie quarterback. He had high expectations coming in. The issue is he had DJ Moore. He had a really good receiving core. Roma Dunze, Cole Clement. They had Swift at running back. They just never got it done on offense. And I know the offensive line wasn't very good. I know they fired Shane Waldron was not a terrible offensive coordinator. They should have been better on offense. I think they underachieved. He's the quarterback. That's why he got a C-.
Yeah, I agree. He certainly underachieved. There's a lot of room for growth. So we'll see. We like the matchup of Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, and going to need to see a lot of improvement next year.
In football, every game means more during the playoffs, and you can start your own personal playoffs on Underdog, where you could cash in on touchdowns, interceptions, yards, or more. All you have to do is pick higher or lower, and you could take home up to 1,000 times your money if you get your picks right. It's that simple. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars making picks. Sign up for Underdog today using promo code POCKET, capital P-O-C-K-E-T, and you'll get a free pick as a part of your first cash entry plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Again, that's promo code POCKET.